So, hello people.
So,
facial muscle exercises in.
This is behind the scenes me and share with y'all. Okay, let's get it.
Stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't.
Hello people! Okay, that's more like it. So,
Yeah.
we've been back home.
A few weeks now.
Yeah.
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple weeks now.
We've been back home a minute, and this video was Wife for Life's idea.
Yeah.
She thought we should do a recap or a review.
A review.
A
Yeah.
review on what we thought of Bali, Indonesia. But before we get into that, what have we been up to since we've been back?
Oh well, definitely back to the grind,
back
as you
to
say.
Working.
Yes, we haven't really been doing anything major.
No.
As you know, in my spare time, I'm an artist. I've done 2 more pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar and
Lionel Richie.
which we will input here.
Oh yeah.
So that's a
Like
plug
there.
for a side art piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what else have we been up to? We were invited out to dinner.
Yes.
So shout out to
Aldo.
who invited us out to dinner about 2 evenings ago.
Yes.
And,
it was a wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
a
was.
wonderful evening.
Yeah, food was on point.
Yeah.
You know, so another plug there for Elena and Aldo.
Yeah.
Aldo is tipped up in the
Yes.
in the kitchen.
Great chef.
You know, we enjoyed everything and all the mixture of liquor and alcohol, which gave us a hangover, but not in a bad way. So anyway, about Bali, Indonesia.
Yeah.
I was watching
Yeah.
a travel channel.
Yeah.
You know, about relocations.
Right,
And
people
that's,
relocating to
and
different
that's how
countries.
I was introduced to Bali.
Yeah. So we took a look ourselves on YouTube, watched some videos, Bali vacation, where in Indonesia to go, and Bali seemed like the adequate choice to take.
Right.
So booked the ticket, booked the accommodation,
Right.
and all was left for us is to
Get to
there.
Bali. What we thought of Bali, Indonesia. The good, the bad, the indifferent. So this is
Yeah.
just our thoughts.
Yeah.
Our thoughts. Not because it's our thoughts, meaning every other travelers will agree with it. So
Yeah,
that's our little
exactly.
disclaimer there.
Exactly.
So after landing in Bali, Indonesia, the climate was as what we expected it, you know, because we were told, and our researchers led us to know that it was a warm country.
Right.
You know, we didn't quite know what to expect in regards to an airport, you know, what it looked like, or you know, because most of the vlogs we've only seen like inside of the airport,
Right.
or where the pickup was.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
so we've never actually had an inside. The airport was interestingly huge.
Yeah.
You know, it was just
Yeah, I remember. Yes, I remember now. There was a big wide space for customs, was it? Yeah.
right.
And yeah, and I thought that was weird. And
Yeah.
it was carpeted.
Yes, it was carpeted. To
That's
me,
what I found weird.
it reminded me of like a cathedral, but
Yeah.
just like the space could be used for like a theater.
Yeah,
You know, where immigration is concerned, it was smooth. But what was interesting, normally when we travel, even though we travel together, we could just end in both passports together, and you get checked. But in Bali, we had, even though we were traveling together, we had to be
Go
separately, individually to the counter. Getting into the country was swift and easy, you know. They
It was actually the quickest that we've
actually passed
Yeah.
immigration.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't much
Right.
questions. It was just
No.
like how long you're here for and enjoy.
apart from you when you no that was on the way back, wasn't it? About Jamaica.
Oh yeah, on the way back, you know, me and the immigration officer got into a whole Jamaica conversation, which kept me by his desk a little longer because he just wanted to share information that he had great knowledge
Yeah.
and passion
Of
for Jamaica.
about
You know.
Bali,
Yeah.
reggae music. And we were quite shocked on our way because, okay, we knew that Indonesia, Bali was very much an inhabited country. There's a lot of people that lived in Bali itself, and we could see that. It was a bit overwhelming, to be
Right.
honest, because as we were driving in our taxi to
Yeah.
the villa, there was a lot of mopeds, scooters, motorcycles.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm like, what is this? I felt ambushed.
this is definitely one thing that stood out to
Yeah.
us. First time going to Indonesia.
Yeah.
I think the most people I've ever seen at one place is either London or New York.
Right.
But London and New York had nothing on the amount of people who occupy the street at one time.
And on these scooters, there would be like 3 people on one scooter,
Yeah.
and the mother will be carrying a baby and the aunt in between. I'm thinking, what the,
Yeah.
you know? I think there was no care for the law where that
Or
was
is,
concerned,
you know, or
you
is,
know?
is there actually
Or is
traffic
there?
codes? You know,
Yeah.
we're not so sure if there's
Yeah.
even traffic codes. But let's start from the negatives. You know, if there is any negative, because if you look up Bali, Indonesia, you're guaranteed to see all paradise and so on and so forth. So, any negative come to mind?
Just what we just talked about is the amount of people. What else is a negative? And I think that when you go to public places, a lot of people bother you. You know?
That is negative, but
Yeah.
I would find that because you know it's tourists and it's a hustle system.
Yeah.
You know,
But
so
it is also a negative for me. You know, yeah, it's automatic when you go to tourist
Destination,
places
yeah.
in your destinations. Yeah, you will get that, but I think that was more so than where we've been before.
right, definitely.
You know, of Mexico. Even Mexico, I don't think was so.
Yeah,
in your
no one was
face.
so overwhelmingly bothering you.
Yeah, or Jamaica out.
No.
Also wasn't.
No.
You know.
For me, like she said, for me, the negative is it's combusting.
Yeah.
It's more combusting being there than what you visualize on YouTube or on any footage that's taken.
Exactly.
And just by being in that combustion, you're exhausted without even partaking.
Yeah.
You know, so
You just and the sun and the heat and
Yeah.
the amount of people and all that.
Yeah.
The traffic as well.
oh, one more negative.
What's that?
The beaches.
Oh yes.
Yes, for us, the beaches.
Yeah.
In regards to sightseeing, the visualizing of the beach, the landscape is undoubtedly beautiful.
On point,
It's on point. If it's for photos or videos or a screensaver,
Yeah.
it's perfect. But considering that we're Caribbean people
Yeah.
and we have been to and lived in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
and we have accessed beach on a daily basis. When it comes to individuals like us, and when you say the word beach,
Yeah.
we have our own
Yeah.
expectation.
White sandy beaches, clear blue seas. Now the seas were clear and blue
Yes.
in Bali, but the sand is also the
The
beach that we went to,
Malasta Beach. The sand is
Sand
okay.
was okay.
The
It
sand
was
was
nice,
okay.
white sandy beaches.
Yeah.
But as you walk into the water, there was a lot of
Gravel and stone.
stones.
Yeah.
And you couldn't walk
yeah.
actually in the water. There was coral as soon as you get in the water.
Beaches that we're accustomed to Jamaica per se.
Yeah.
You can walk into the ocean,
Yeah,
and
soft
you
sand on
can
you.
walk for a few meters out
Yeah.
into the ocean, and it's just all sand, and you can swim and enjoy
Yeah.
your time. So, but in Bali, I found I can't speak for all the beaches.
Yeah, because we only managed to
Go to
visit
one, yeah.
The drone shots were beautiful of the beach and the blue skies and the blue water, and it looked great, I'm sure. But that was just the one negative: the stones and things in the sand.
Right.
Yeah.
So on to the positives of Bali.
Which is a lot.
It's a lot of positives of Bali. The people of Bali.
They're very nice people. They are very welcoming people, and friendly people, and they welcome people from all over the world. They're very talkative, they're very interested, and
Yeah, but unlike other countries that you go and you can feel that they're just being nice because
you're
of tourists.
Yeah.
In Bali, you had
They were genuine.
you had to feel that they were genuinely warm and friendly
Yeah,
people that will go out their way for you. So,
Yeah.
without a doubt, the Balinese people.
Yeah.
Thumbs up to the Balinese people there. What else? The food. The Balinese food is interesting. It depends. You're in a
Yeah.
foreign country, so you have to have expectation of foreign taste. But as usual in any tourist destination, there is Western restaurants,
Exactly.
so you can always get your burgers and your fries
Yeah.
and your so on and so forth. Positives. Positive, value for money.
Oh yes.
That would be the number one
Yeah.
positive. Value for money would even be an understatement. It would be.
I mean, as you see, we were millionaires
Yeah.
in Bali. We had the Bali at our feet.
Yes, yeah. Value for money is an understatement because
Yeah.
usually value for money you go, well, this is worth it.
Yeah.
But in Bali your money stretches so far
Exactly.
that you can tell that this is more than worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the quality is on point. We stayed at what you would call above medium standard.
Yeah.
But there are higher standards of accommodation and there are lower standards of accommodation.
Yeah.
The great thing about being in Bali is that if you're a backpacker who just wants to stay at a hostel,
Yeah.
You
You can
could-
afford that for like $20 a night
or less.
or less.
You
Yeah.
could find an accommodation where you pay up to $10 for a night,
Yeah.
a whole day, a whole 24 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And things like if you wanted to rent a scooter, which we did,
Yeah,
it's like between $3 and $5 a
per day. Yeah.
to rent a scooter.
Obviously, the longer you rent it, the less you
Yeah.
pay per day.
Exactly.
And the gasoline, benzene, stroke
It's
petrol,
nothing, really.
it's nothing. It's less than $1 to fill the tank.
Yeah.
So that's another positive about Indonesia.
Yeah.
Would we return? Would we go back?
Definitely.
Yes, definitely would go back to
Not sure when, but
and
we would go back.
we highly recommend
Yeah.
Bali, Indonesia.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there is more. We had a itinerary, but because we
We had all these restaurants we wanted to eat in that we've seen on YouTube vlogs and things, and we had all these stores and places and whatnot that we wanted to go to.
we didn't make it
No.
to not even half of what was on our itinerary, and the reason for that is again the combustion.
Yeah, exactly.
the
It exhausted us so much.
Yeah.
And it was initially supposed to be a relaxing holiday.
You're right, exactly.
Vacation.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's why we
yeah.
chose to stay in the villa some days.
Yeah,
just
some
chill
days
by the pool.
exhausted us so much that
Yeah.
the next day we had to use the whole day just to recoup.
Yeah.
But all in all, Bali was great.
Yeah.
I believe that if we go back, when we go back, not
Yeah.
if, when we go back, the idea next time, now that we're aware of what it's like to be there,
Yeah.
definitely we would still do a villa setting.
Yeah, of course.
But I was saying to Wife for Life, considering it's so affordable, we could hire a servant or a maid, someone that cooks for us, someone that prepared the meals for us. Because while we were there, we oftentimes had to prepare our own meal.
Yeah, and I thought, well, I don't want to be doing that. I cook at home.
What else can we say about Bali?
It's just paradise. It's just I felt so what's the word I'm looking for? So energized.
Right,
so free.
Revamped.
Yeah.
Yes, it does revamp your energy, the vibe of the country, and it does add glow to your skin.
Exactly.
You know. Oh, one thing.
Now it's like
now we're back in.
Crazy going on in my face.
We're back in Europe. It's fall. Leaves are falling off the tree, and
skin is dry.
we have to stay oiled up and everything. One more thing I will add that I think you guys may find interesting is money. In Bali, most places deals in cash.
Yeah.
Most places deal in cash. Obviously, if you go to an upstanding restaurant or something like that, hotel, you can always use your card, credit cards, debit card, whatever. But other than that, most places in Bali, you have to have cash in hand. So oftentimes we were walking around with a couple $100,000 in our pockets. ATMs are there, depending on the compatibility of the ATM and your card, and the surcharges and so forth. So most people go to the money changers. Some people trust the money changer, where there's a lot of licensed money changers all around the city of Bali. But we were satisfied. We were satisfied with
ATM. Two in fact.
BNI.
And the other one was
I can't remember, but BNI. Every time we saw BNI, we thought, okay, that works for us. Any other question? You guys just write it in the comment and ask. But overall, we recommend that you stack your chips and go to Bali. You know, you will not regret it. You know, you will not, despite whether you stay at a villa or a hotel.
He had obligations to fulfill.
So he didn't.
He didn't go. So
he was living like a pauper while we lived like millionaires.
So he's coming with us when we decide to go next. So.
Yeah, because it's the first country that we've ever been to without him.
Yeah.
You know, so it felt a little strange. Yeah, but thankfully to technology and video chat and so on, we still felt close.
Exactly.
You know, so we'll definitely be going back, and like I said, this video is just give you guys an input on how we felt about Bali, what we thought about it, and our recommendation.
Exactly.
You know, definitely we recommend that you guys go with kids or without kids. It would not be a drag.
Yeah,
you know?
If you do decide to go and you want to stay at the same villa that we were at, Malasti. What's it called? Villa Masayu.
Villa Masayu,
If you want to stay there, if you want information.
You know, you guys can contact us and we can put you direct, you know, where you get cut out a little middleman and then you will
like
pay. You know, where you can even get a better deal. This video is brought to you by Wife for Life. You know, it was her idea, so I decided, okay, let's do it. A few minutes chatting with you guys, because now that we're back in Europe, we have to find other things to vlog.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah,
that's it for now.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
See you.
Until next time.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.